Good day, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Access Granted Podcast, the official podcast for ZKTeco South Africa. Today I've got a very special guest here, flew all the way out from Australia to come and see us. Not really, but also have a look at some business this side. But the lesser spotted Mr. Jason Matthews from Jarrison Systems. Welcome to you.
Thank you. Thanks, Andrew.
Yes.
Was good to be here.
Yeah, we haven't seen you in a while. Obviously, with you being on the Oz side, it's not a regular occurrence anymore. But thank you very much for your time. Yeah.
Yes, thanks for inviting me. It's good to be here. Jason's amazing.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Tell me, let's start at the beginning of Jason. Where were you born, school, that type of thing? What do you have for us?
So I was born in Jarrison.
Okay.
And pretty much stayed there up until the age of 27.
Okay.
And then moved out to the Fourways area.
Yes.
And then directly from Fourways to Australia just recently.
Okay.
So I went to Leicester Road Primary School. And that's right in Kensington. And then from there went to Jeppe High School for boys.
You were in Jeppe, okay.
Yes, I'm a Jeppe boy.
Yeah. I was watching them playing the rugby here at the North-South the other day here at the office, and it was quite the experience.
Yeah,
but it's good to know you're one of the boys.
Yes, and there's going to be a local game coming up.
Yes.
Soon. I think it's in like 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
The Jeppe Cares games, and
that's a big one always every year.
Yeah. Yeah, so I matriculated there.
Mm-hmm. Did you play some rugby while you were there, or was it mandatory for it?
I did dabble a little bit.
Yes.
I never actually played, and I ended up doing squash,
oh yes,
tennis, and also a bit of swimming.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because that's always also big in the boys' schools. The polo, water polo, and swimming, and all of that's totally different from our schools where I come from, where you don't really have the water sports, you just swim. That's
okay.
So yeah.
So you're in the deep end.
Yeah. So yeah, then you did some swimming and stuff there. And
yes, and in fact, that's actually how my nickname Jarrison came about. Was in Jeppe Boys in high school, and I'll tell you the story. We were in matric, and studying Zulu was one of the languages.
Yes.
So we had a Zulu first speaking person come through.
Okay.
To teach us correct pronunciation.
Yes.
And he said to her, "What is your name?" And I said, "Jason." And he said, "Oh, Jarrison."
Yeah, okay.
And I said, "No, it's Jason." And he went, "Oh, Jarrison." And then I went, "No."
And that became your nickname.
And then my friend put his arm around me and said, "This is Jarrison."
Don't try to fight it.
No.
Okay, that's very
So that's how my nickname started.
Yes. And then after school, what did you dabble in after school?
I started studying electrical engineering and did that for some time, a little slight current with circuit boards and things. And after some time, I realized that's actually not for me. I wanted to study IT.
Okay.
Rather.
Yes.
Yeah, so then I studied IT and did my time.
Was it more in programming or just overall IT?
It was overall.
Okay.
It did have programming and knowledge-based,
some
database, and quite a few different aspects in the IT arena.
Yes.
Yeah. It took 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of that, I got my degree from the Johannesburg University.
Yes.
What it's known as now. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us about your experience before Jarrison, or is there no experience before Jarrison? What did you do before going into the Jarrison systems?
Before that, I was doing IT support.
Okay.
Just general computer work and helping people with their operating systems.
Like most of it done in that period, because I think I finished school at 98. You did 99, right?
1993.
93. Oh, okay. So you're quite a bit older than me. So, but that whole period was about starting your own computer shop or computer help service and everything. So we all did it up to the 2000s.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you were helping guys out with the IT.
Yes. And then I got a job at a company which was on selling other people's time and attendance.
Okay.
Basically like a reseller that we have dealerships.
Okay.
And working with the end users themselves.
Yes.
Understanding what their problems are, what their processes, and what challenges.
Of course. Okay.
Yeah.
What was the the main factor? What attracted you to something like that?
I'm not sure originally.
Mm-hmm.
I was just looking for something where I'll be able to engage with people
Yes.
and helping them out.
Yeah, because working with computers gets lonely sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes,
okay.
being able to use the computer
Yes.
training that I had is
Okay.
And yeah, so that's attracted me, and so I went for it.
Okay. And then the Jarrison story. Tell us, how did that start? The early years, how did you guys get that up and running?
So the early years it started because I actually saw a gap in the market for time and attendance products,
Yes.
which was able to cater for all of the needs within the South African market.
Yes. Because it is a total different market here in South Africa. Because of the labor laws and stuff that we have.
Don't they change all the time?
Exactly. Yes.
So also being able to develop something, and that's what we started.
Yes.
And saw this gap, and away we go.
Did you start it off alone? Did you have a team that started with you? How did you start the company?
I started it off alone.
Okay.
Basically just doing support. And then very soon I attracted in developers
Yes.
to help create a product where I had the hands-on knowledge with
Yes.
all of the end users, understanding exactly what they need and what makes it easier for them, and
Of course, yes.
thought, yeah, let's go for it. And so the first version came out quite quickly.
Yes. That was plus minus when? Can you remember what year it was?
Yeah, I started in 2003, and just a couple of years after that.
Okay, so like 2004, 5, thereabouts.
Something like
Okay,
that.
yes. So then the first version was there.
Yeah, that's right, yes.
Okay, tell me then, can you remember what type of technology was connecting to your software first?
The first technology, our first import was from files, actually. So
Okay.
the core business is time and attendance.
Yes.
And then where the transactions come from, we don't really mind.
Oh, okay. So you just draw from any system where you could get the transactions from.
That's right, yes. So it started off with a file,
Okay.
so that anybody could create that same file format.
Exactly, yeah.
And then slowly we started doing more and more integrations. So the next type of level was an integration to an access control system.
Yep.
And then from there, we slowly started connecting to devices.
Can you remember what year plus one? I'm just trying to see the main highlights of Jarrison when. So you've got that first version, then you go onto hardware, connecting directly with that. Can you remember
I can't remember the exact year, but I estimate about 3 or 4 years after starting.
Okay, so about 2008, 2009, thereabout.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you remember the product that you're connecting to?
I think we first connected to the Morpho devices.
Like most of the other guys, yes?
And then the second one was definitely the ZK range.
Yes. Yeah, I've seen a very big pattern. Obviously, Morpho at that stage was very big internationally, and they had the product that everybody's looking for. And we still, till today, the guys are still talking about the OMA 520, the big white one that outside. And I mean, there's still some of them out there that is still working till today. And the entrance into the market with the Morpho stuff, that side was just that was it. It was either that or there was some, I think it was Acroprint products from US that came in. That time there was no Kronos yet. There was just a few players in the market. The guys from China was not up and running yet the time that started. So so we've seen a lot of guys starting with the Morpho products. Tell me, is there specific highlights that you can highlight for us with the growth of Jarrison up to where you guys are today? Is there any main things that you made a decision and say, okay, we integrating with hardware now, and you saw a total different change in the company? Was there any other things that you can highlight for us?
I'm happy to say that it's been a really steady growth in terms of staff, products, and our name out there in the market.
Of course, yes.
So the integration with direct devices took us to a new level.
Yes.
And then also integrating, which I think we did way back in the early stages with payroll systems.
Yes.
Sage and all those.
Yeah, and they also become more and more these days because there's a lot of competition in the payroll space now.
That's it.
So your developers are quite busy now at this stage. So yeah, we got the payroll integration, which will give us a much better solution for the end user. The hardware, yes. I mean, for a company like yourselves, your solution is your software. At the end of the day, what hardware you're connecting to, what payroll you're connecting to, does not really matter. For you, you're giving a full solution to the end user that he's happy with and get all the info and what it is. I've made this previously in some of the other episodes. I said for companies like ourselves and like yourself as well, we are information gatherers and information and data. What can you say? Makers. We make data every day. We create data every day. And what the end user needs is somebody like yourself that can the system that you guys have can put everything together and show it to them in an orderly manner.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's well said, 100%.
Yes. Tell me in the early years when you did your own exploration in the time and attendance industry, even before that, so when you were reselling the other packages and stuff like that, was there an evolution in the end user as well, from the questions that they asked you that time and the questions that you guys are getting today?
I haven't seen too much, although the changes happen with regards to the amount of work that people have to do.
Yes.
I'm finding that more and more of the people who are assigned to manage the system are expected to do more. So they would naturally be wanting to have things done quicker and more automated.
Yes.
So that has been quite a strong development request along the road, and it's worked out really well.
Yeah.
So our main goal is to focus on the end user themselves. Our philosophy is that if the person actually doing the work is happy,
yes,
they're going to report that they're happy.
Of course.
And then so the word of mouth will continue that our system does a good job for them and gives them what they want accurately.
Exactly, yeah, because they're starting off with these punch cards where they have to do all the calculations themselves and all of that type of thing. And sometimes people are stuck there and they don't know. And we see it in some of the implementations where the people are so entrenched into the way that they did something. You give them something totally open, which with a press of a button can give them the reports. It's a total different change for them. Sometimes it's a wow, and sometimes you can see the people are a bit scared. This thing's going to take my job now. So
exactly.
Yeah. I've seen a big change in the time and attendance market whereby it is not about the in and out clock anymore, just that. It's about the productivity and that type of thing. You guys also have done some job costing inside your system as well. Have you seen that that development is getting bigger and bigger?
Yes, I have seen more and more people are wanting the job costing aspect so that they can see what the people are doing as opposed to just being at work.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, well, they can see both with the job costing module that we've added.
Yeah. So the job costing, obviously then, the whole market has changed from normal time and attendance to workforce management, and that is what everybody's looking into now.
That's right, yes.
Tell me from your perspective on the technology-wise, from where you're beginning to where we are now. Is there some highlights in the technology that has been used in this type of market?
Well, I think definitely the advent of the biometrics has taken a big role on. Most people were, of course, using the punch cards.
Exactly, yes.
And then using like a tag or a button or something like that. So people were able to clock for each other. So as soon as the biometrics became possible, then I think it took off to a whole new level.
Yes.
We most certainly saw that as well.
Of course, yes.
And then the mad speed rush to get the facial readers working for COVID, that also took a whole new turn.
Definitely, yes.
And these days, it's awesome to be able to give whatever options available.
Option is available, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we've seen in the market that obviously we've done facial recognition since 2010, 2011 with the multi-bio systems and that type of thing with normal infrared reading. But obviously the jump with COVID was a very big jump for everybody. And we've seen a lot of new entrants into the market, a lot of competition coming into the market where other companies have seen the opportunity to also show their capacity for technology and that type of thing, especially for facial recognition. Yeah. Tell me, you've been in Australia now for plus minus about 3 years. Is there a difference in the market, in the time attendance market, from maybe the questions and the configurations that we do here in towards the Australian market?
There are a few, but not too many.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have slightly different terminology,
Okay.
which we need to be able to, of course, synchronize with.
Yes.
But in terms of their variances, not really much.
Mm-hmm.
Our product is very flexible, of course, and able
Yes.
to match whatever the requirement is. So that hasn't been a problem.
Yes.
In terms of their systems that they use for access control and payroll and whichever HR, we've had to develop to integrate to them.
Yes.
And that's going really well.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, it's basically, I would say, more inclined to go for online hosted systems.
Oh, yes, for the cloud system, yes.
So that,
Okay.
I'm seeing more of a request on that side.
Yes.
Luckily, we're able to offer that now, which is great.
Yes.
Also, for Australia itself, they have a lot of smaller companies than South Africa, which is focused more on the bigger company manufacturing.
Okay.
So that just the staff count would
Yes.
change a little bit to South Africa.
Yeah. And then the stringency of the laws and stuff like that, do you also get bargaining councils like we do here in South Africa? Is there also some red tape that you guys need to jump through?
I haven't seen too much.
Okay.
Normally the people on that side have got all of their ducks in a row and they present us with whatever needs to be configured, and
Yes.
so we'll do it, yeah.
Okay. And the development that you guys had to do there was mostly to do with the integration, obviously, with the payroll system and stuff there. And although you didn't have to put too much in because the South African thing could almost fit into time attendance wise, not integration wise, but time attendance wise, that system was flexible enough to just deploy there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, from day one or two, it's able to produce whatever results
Yes.
they're looking for. Yes, yes.
We were talking about earlier, and you were touching on the fact that it's not just Australia, you are also reaching out to other countries.
Yes.
Do you see, obviously you guys have done presentations and all of that type of thing. What's the feedback from the other countries to a South African built solution?
Yeah, sometimes they're surprised, actually, which is good.
Of course.
Yeah. I normally find that after a presentation to anybody, albeit a reseller, or if they're including their end user, then they're very much surprised and impressed.
Yes.
So I'm always happy about that, and very happy to take it on and see how things can pan out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there again, it's just going to be integration to the local payrolls and whatever they have.
100%.
But I think the main point that you touched on previously was your move now to cloud as well, because a lot of the big companies are looking for that, because there is a lot of advantage to do that. You don't have the local software, you don't have to worry about the local PC anymore, that type of thing. Cybersecurity plays a very big role,
Yes.
whereby the cloud side can be protected much easier than what the local one, because you are not in charge of the local network of the end user. So I think, what other advantage do you think there is with cloud solutions?
Well, the way that we've set ours up is we are able to offer a customer to host their database, or they can host their own database.
Okay.
So we're giving them an option now.
Yeah.
Using the same infrastructure and the same historic ability of our software.
Yes.
And of course, if we host, then we're able to now offer what we call a web user. So any browser anywhere in the world, they can log in and do whatever. So basically, that's the cloud. Advantages of that is they don't need to worry about any computer anywhere.
Of course.
And they also, as you're saying, with regards to the data security, they can know that we've got all of the information and proper data centers, and secure, and it's basically the way of the future, I think.
Have you seen in Australia, we get that quite a bit now, where when you go to the end user, especially if it's a much bigger corporate type of client, where they want to do penetration tests on the hardware, on the software, all of that. Do you guys see that in Australia as well?
Yes. So we will just send them off to our dev team, and they share the latest pen test results.
Yes.
And sometimes we get strange requests like whatever, this certification, that certification.
Yeah.
And then we go ahead and get it.
Yeah. So the penetration test is one of the things that you guys regularly do to make sure that your software is protected and not being able to get penetrated.
That's right.
Okay. Another big word, obviously, in the market these days is AI.
Yes.
And a lot of people are scared, but also a lot more people are very excited about it. What is your feeling about AI in our time attendance and workforce management market?
It's a good question. I suppose the threats would be that someone could get their own AI to develop their own system.
Yes.
But I don't think it'd be able to tackle everything at this point right now.
Yes.
And of course, the AI wouldn't be able to communicate with the devices and the other systems in place just yet.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's going to be detrimental, at least for the next 15 years.
Of course, yes. And tell me, your development into AI, are you guys looking in putting AI in your own solution at the moment, or is it not something that you're exploring?
We are going to be using something, and we've just recently updated our knowledge base.
Okay, yes.
So that will integrate with our knowledge base and basically help the user directly from the software.
I think that is probably the first step that everybody's taking at the moment, because the service side and the knowledge base is what you say, it's much easier for the AI to be able to explain to someone what is going on, and taking all of that data that you guys have gathered over the years, how to service the system, and then give it over to AI, and it's much easier for the end user to communicate it that way.
100%.
Yeah. So the big thing about time attendance, and I try to stress it every time I've got somebody to do with time attendance on anything, it's a very service-intensive market. You cannot install a device in the wall and walk away. That is a relationship that you are building with the end user. And they will some other time come back to you, because there will be shift changes, there will be something. What would you say was your philosophy of building the service side inside Jarrison, on how you guys saw the service needed to be done for this market?
So remember, our main focus is on the resellers, and we would basically assist the reseller to assist their customer. Some resellers lean on us for almost all of their support.
Yes.
And some do it all on their own, which is great.
Yeah.
The requirement for support varies depending on the customer and who's at the customer implementing, or what their role is within the producing of information, from raw clockings to payroll information. It changes.
Of course, yes. Because every end user is different.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because that is why it's such a big point for me to take, because that is what the people don't understand. They think to take over a garage that's on the corner is very easy to do. That's got maybe 10 to 20 employees. But that is like the worst thing that you can try to do, because they've got all types of overtimes and shift regulations and everything they have to adhere to. And that is not the first client that you have to take on.
Yes.
So on the service side, you guys are up and running. You do service mostly to the resellers. Mostly phone. Are the guys are doing phone, or are they actually digging into your knowledge base these days? What do you?
There's such a variation. We were able to tackle it all. So there are people that would go onto the knowledge base and try and find things, and then they'll send it an online from our website, an online query.
Yes.
I saw this. How does that work? Or just emailing us. And the other option, of course, is to phone.
Yes.
So we find all different types.
Okay. Yeah. Do you guys see that there is that the resellers are able to handle that, or is it sometimes a lot of end users is trying to obviously contact you guys directly?
When an end user contacts us directly, then we always include the reseller, and if it's something small and easy, depending on the relationship with the reseller, it's all automated in our system, by the way. So our support agents are able to pick it up quickly.
Of course.
And then they'll go through whichever red tape needs to happen in order to communicate to the end user that they're going to get help.
Okay.
Albeit from the advanced reseller, they can do their own things. Or if they lean on us, then we would reach out and get permission to help.
Yes. Tell me, from your perspective, we've also seen now, obviously, the new generations coming into the market, your millennials, getting almost into a space now where they are starting to make the decisions, starting up their own businesses, buying solutions. Have you guys seen that the questions that they ask and the needs that they have, because I call them the one-button generation, because that is what they are used to. They got the, I want to see what it is now, press one button, show. Have you guys seen a surgence of that type of thing in the market?
Not particularly. I haven't seen too much difference, although I relate and understand with regards to the one button.
Of course,
I think people are expected to do so many things these days.
Yeah.
Such a little bit amount of time that they need things to happen one button.
And then on the mobile side, people asking for mobile solutions. Is it something that you guys offer at this stage?
Yes, it is. So we have what we call JT Clock. So they can clock in and out on their phones.
Yes.
Clock myself is for like a salesperson or driver or
of course, yes,
anybody at working at home, basically, on their own phone.
Yes.
And then we have JT Clock Team. That's more for like a site where you have one manager or leader who has one device and would then clock the other people on using his or her device. And with regards to being able to add clockings and delete clockings and actually do things, we've got a beta version of our mobile app.
Okay, so that's then going to be on the management side.
That's right.
Okay, yes.
So the manager would log in and be able to see times and do everything on their actual phone.
Okay. Because I think that is probably where that generation is coming in, because they don't really want to sit in front of a PC, sometimes looking at a web page or whatever. They would like to run everything from their cell phone.
100%.
I think that is where that type of market is coming in. Obviously, after COVID, the mobile market has obviously exploded as well, because a lot of people are now working at home and they need to clock in at home, or they need to clock in wherever they feel happy of working for the day. The nomads is what we call them.
Okay.
Did you guys see a change in the market?
Yes.
As well?
Luckily, we had the clocking apps that they could clock from home.
Yes.
And that worked really nicely. Of course, we had the requirement to develop a few more little features along the way.
Of course, yes.
And job costing as well is also available on the phone, so you can say what you're doing during the times.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean, that's grown and taken off really well.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing the mobile for the managers too.
That is correct, yes, because I mean, that is also a very big thing that the guys are pursuing internationally, is having the cloud, because the cloud actually opens that type of system for you. If you don't have cloud today, you're going to fall out of any market, not just time attendance, it's everything else. These days you can log into your Adobe suite and you can do your designs online. You don't have to have the whole suite on your PC anymore. CAD systems, all of that. But if you don't have cloud, you will not be able to do it very easily, the mobile type of thing in that time.
That's right, yes.
Yeah.
Definitely mobile, which goes to the cloud and comes back.
Tell me, from your experience, was there a big change after COVID? Yes, there was with the mobile, the guys want to work from home and that type of thing. But after that, like in 2 years, the guys were just saying, no, everybody needs to go back to the office now. Have you guys seen a spike in the sales for the local installations again after that?
There has been a slow drawback for people to work at the office. And then, of course, there's also been the people that have been continuing with that.
Yes.
So, oh, wow, we can work from home. Let's adapt and change our policies and, I suppose, increase on management.
No, of course.
Checking what everyone's doing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think it's very slowly come back. But I think it's settling down now, just my opinion.
Yes. And then also another thing that I've seen also happening in the tennis market is the reintroduction of the graphical interface, where the guys can sit and see a dashboard on the front, and they can see what is happening, what do I need to have So is that something that you guys are bringing into your system?
Yes, we are. We're bringing out a dashboard next. Normally people would design their own dashboard. We've always left space. So at the moment,
to add something.
Yes, so we populate a space in our system, and their system would then automatically pull that out.
Yes.
That's been the dashboard philosophy. However, more and more requests are coming through, so that's what we do.
Yes.
We develop it based on the customer requests.
Yes.
And yeah, that's what we've got. The design has already been approved and it's out. It's a matter of getting it developed.
Just launching it.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I've had a lot of end users. I mean, even with the experience center that we have here, there's a lot of end users that is visiting us, and they're always asking, okay, can we have just one dashboard where we can see from our side the access control and security risks and all of that type of thing? And I thought I'll bring that question into a lot of the time attention, because it just makes sense, whereby if I open my first window, I can see everything that happened today. Not the raw clockings. The raw clockings means nothing to an end user.
Exactly.
Who's late, or who do I need to give attention to, that type of thing. I think that is where the systems are going in the future.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How many people do I need to quickly phone to replace the absenteeism?
Yeah.
Are there many people that have been sick or?
Exactly. Yeah.
100%. And in addition to that, what is the amount of work that I need to do?
Yeah.
For yesterday's.
And I think for your type of solutions is, how do I get as close as possible for that one person to press that one button and fix everything for the day?
100%.
Because if they've done that, then they have got a lot of time for doing what they need to do. And I think that is where AI is also going to come in the future, being able to do some analytics and even bring other factors into play of maybe this guy's been off sick for 5 days in a row. Maybe somebody must just check in with him. Maybe there's sometimes these days mental issues and not doing well at home or that type of thing. And I think that type of metrics is something where the AI can take this big data and actually show you different metrics than what we are used to, just the in and out and overtime and late and not late and that type of thing. I think the whole world is moving towards a space whereby you want to see the big picture. You want to see, oh, this guy, you might have an issue.
100%.
Yeah. Is it something that you guys are looking into implementing in your systems?
Well, yes, we're going to be implementing something with regards to the AI and the chatbot and analytics, where it would link to an existing AI and use its whatever. And you know, the result would be, as you were saying earlier, is more exception based.
Yes.
And picking up any trends, anything that I need to do to try and adapt.
Yeah, because these days, I mean, it's yes, the guys have been doing development for years now. But I mean, if something else can do that faster, the analytics, and just asking a question, look at this, what can it give me? Look at that, what does it give me? And it will also bring your development cycles will be much less now and faster at the end of the day.
100%.
Yeah. What is your feeling about, because I've spoken to a lot of people and our company as well, we are looking into a lot of big AIs bringing it into the systems. Like you said, obviously support is the first one that everybody's looking into. But a lot of people are worried about AI. If I put AI in my software, is it going to send the data somewhere else? Is it going to do this? Is it going to do that? Obviously, you get guardrails that you can put in place, that type of thing. But your personal opinion about having a local AI built into your software towards external AI?
Yes, these are the things that we need to discuss and develop at some point. I see the merit in keeping it within so that our own system can share. So we have got that as part of our own dashboard, which would be internal analytics. I think that we could call the AI bit.
Of course.
And going external, I'm not sure. I think the advantages are people may trust something like ChatGPT.
Yes.
And once it has got the information somehow, it on its own can just reproduce the answers without even having to read out our knowledge base instantly.
because the guys are also these days connecting AI to personal data, or wanting to ask, but okay, your thing has got AI built in, but what is it going to do with my personal data?
Yes.
Are you only allowing it to see the raw clockings? Are you seeing, can it see this? Can it only see the guy's ID, the personnel ID? So that's a lot of things that systems like yourself need to look after.
100%.
I mean, our POPI Act is saying you cannot really do this. You have to explicitly tell the end user what you're going to do with this data. Have you guys had any major issues with the POPI Act? If you
No.
In Australia, if you have to launch that side or whatever?
No issues whatsoever. Simply because we were able to give the customer an option. They want to keep their own database.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Can
That's
we
correct,
do it?
yeah.
So either which way we can cater for all of the requirements.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're getting into a bit of the mentoring side of the podcast, which the podcast is actually about seeing where your journey was, where you starting the company, getting everything up and running. Obviously, these days, as CEOs and directors of companies, we overlook the whole thing. But at the end of the day, we've got different teams doing different things for us.
That's it.
Development team, support team, HR, all of those guys are looking after the companies. Now, what I wanted this podcast to be about is us mentoring the young people that needs to get into this market now. The guys that has just left school last year, they don't have anything else to do. Maybe they didn't even qualify to go to university. And it's not always, there's street smarts and there's school smarts or book smarts.
Okay.
But what would you tell a young person that doesn't really know what to do with their life now at this stage? How do we make this market of ours sexy for them to attract those type of guys and tell them what is the difference that we are making every day?
That's a good question. So in terms of the time and attendance and access control market,
Yes.
I think it would be great to start up as a reseller, just in terms of our
Of course,
environment,
yes.
and be able to sell the hardware, and then they can get commission and profit
Yes.
from the hardware sales, and then integrate with the software, hours for time and attendance, and be able to integrate to other payroll systems. So
Yes.
basically providing a solution, understanding the various pieces that would all be needed to put together to create the solution.
What would you say is the minimum criteria or qualification a person needs to do something like this? To
Well,
start up something like that.
That's a good
As a
question.
reseller. I mean, that's a very good opportunity for anybody.
Yes.
I mean, it is widely accepted in our market that there are resellers that is, at the end of the day, servicing. But what would you say is the least amount of red tape that somebody needs to jump through?
In terms of red tape, there's not too much. In terms of personality, the type of person,
Yes.
I think that person should be open to communicate, not be afraid to pick up the phone and reach out and communicate to anybody.
Yes.
So be it for support or for sales or for general keep up maintenance with people. So be able to communicate.
Of course, yes.
And then computer background, a rough computer background. Or if they have somebody else that they would like to do the implementations.
Yes.
And just be consistent, calm, and friendly at all times.
Yeah.
I think that's the key to,
Yes.
to any young person to be able to succeed.
Yeah. Just go out and be consistent. Do something. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about yesterday. Live in the now. Go out and do what you need to do. Sometimes to survive, sometimes to thrive. So a big thing for this type of market as well is don't take a no personally.
Yes.
Because you must have some type of sales in you as well. It is not something someone is born with. I don't agree with people say salespeople are born to be salespeople. You can teach yourself how to be. I did it with a lot of books that I read. The Sales Bible from Jeffrey Gitomer. I have his whole collection there with me,
Okay.
and they took it from the older guys, from Carnegie and all of those type of guys, and they formulated. But at the end of the day, anybody can become a salesperson because every company needs a salesperson. It doesn't help you've got manufacturing and you cannot sell the things. It doesn't help you do big security and time attendance systems and software and you cannot sell it because then it is going to fail. So at the end of the day, I think what you said, the consistency every day, just do it over and over and over up until you make a success of it.
100%.
And failure is not the end. That is where how many times were there bugs in the software? How many times were there issues of support? And you cannot fix it. You want to fix it for the end user immediately, but you can't. But just get over it. And it is a failure, and you learn from it, move on, fix it, go on. Because a lot of the end users are more happy that you actually fixed it for them and get it done than the time that it took to do it.
That's right.
Yeah.
And always communicating, I think, is the best. I think we all agree that if a customer hears that it's going to take another hour,
Exactly.
then just waiting the extra hour, they'll be far less upset about that.
Exactly, yeah.
And with regards to starting on your own, I think consistency and, don't see it as one big mountain in life. Generally.
Yeah.
Just take one step forward each time, as opposed to sitting back thinking the big mountain is not possible.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, we've all been down there. Me and you, not all. These guys are still growing. But I mean, we all have to start somewhere. But we have consistently made decisions to get us where we are at the moment.
That's right.
And then the last question for you. If you could go back and talk to your 18-year-old self, the day that you step out of school, is there any key life pointers that you will give him, the 18-year-old Jason?
Yes, I would actually.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to say that sleep, diet, and exercise should be fundamental. Look after yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And looking after yourself opens up so many doors.
Definitely, yeah.
So if you're fit and healthy, your body will be fit and healthy, your mind will be fit and healthy. You'll be able to help others and share that philosophy amongst everybody.
Yes.
In terms of being the role model as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much what I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, we all go through that type of thing.
Exactly.
All been through that life. I'm still in the middle of my midlife crisis, but I've made a conscious decision to, I am fit, even if it doesn't look like it. I am doing my 5 to 10 kilometers a day and that type of thing. It takes time, but it's also consistency. In the mornings, really, when it's starting to get cold and you don't feel like it, that's the mornings that you get up and do it. Just do it. If you're tired, do it tired. If you don't feel like it, then do it if you don't feel like it. That is it. But 100%. Thank you very much for your time, sir. And that bombshell and the fit bombshell. I would thank you very much for your time, and we'll definitely see each other again on this podcast.
Yes. Thank you very much. I appreciate the time and happy to know that you're doing a 5 and 10K.
Yes.
Which is excellent. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Thank you.